Who said fun workouts and exercise were just for kids? Welcome to ZooFit, and if you're not having fun with your workout, then you are doing it wrong. We make fitness fun, engaging, and impactful. But one thing's missing, and that's you. Yes, you. Let's get a little wild together with Wildlife Wednesday workouts so we can eat clean, live green, and train positive. Welcome everyone to Wildlife Wednesday. I'm PJ with ZooFit, and this week is Endangered Species Week, and we're celebrating Endangered Species Day, or honoring Endangered Species Day on Friday. So I wanted to go over a very special workout, a little bit of fun that I call Fate of Endangered Species. So there are many different levels, and sometimes this can be a little bit confusing as to how endangered an animal is and how much awareness they really need, how much concern do we really have over each individual species. So we've got the fate of endangered species. This is a fate of the die and a flip the coin workout, partnering together. So we're going to be going over 12 different exercises in 6 different categories. And we're going to learn a lot about endangered species and learn a lot about what we can do to help protect them for future generations to come. You guys ready? Let's get started. All right, so as I mentioned, we have 12 exercises. So this is going to be kind of our warm-up and also going over what modifications you might need during the workout. So for our near threatened category, we have the Bison Stampede for heads, and for tails we have the white Rhino charges. So Bison Stampede we can do in a standing standing stance. Go figure. And then you can do the Stampede one of 2 ways. You can do a quick feet, and this is going to be 1 on each side. So 1, 2, 3. Or if you like to take again, do a slight variation of a Stampede, we're going to do what we call a switchback jog. Again, just slide 1, 2, 3. So again, each side. So your choice, and you can always take it down to intensity. So you can just do a tap out if you want the intensity lower, or you can just march in place if you want to do the Bison Stampede that way. So that's heads, Bison Stampede. And then for tails, whenever we get tails and near threatened, we have the Rhino charges. So this is going to be in a plank position. We just did this. These are specifically white Rhino. Many other species of Rhino are not near threatened. The white Rhino is going to be in a plank position. We're going to bring one foot up as far as we can, bring it back to the plank, bring the other leg up as far as we can, and bring it back up. So you can keep it at a nice steady pace, or you can pick up the pace if you would like. So that's going to be our tails, our Rhino charges. For vulnerable section, we have the giant panda rolls and the hippopotamus lunges. So our giant panda rolls is one of our favorites here at ZooFit. We're going to start at the end of our mat, roll down, sit down on our bum. We're going to roll our feet over our head and then come up to just a squat, getting our butt off of the floor. Coming back, rolling, and bringing ourselves up to getting that butt off of the floor. So this is going to be our giant panda roll. For our hippopotamus lunges, 10 total each time. So it's going to be 5 on each side. We're going to take a giant step forward, so a giant leap, bring that lunge, and then bring that back leg up, and then stand. So then we reverse the opposite again. Well, I'm doing reverse lunges, so I'm going to do a reverse lunge, and then bring that back leg up, stand. It's a balance exercise too. And then bring that back lunge and stand. So if you want us to make this again a grand hippo gallop, so to speak, you can bring that back lunge and hop, bring that back lunge, and hop. That's not completely necessary. That's again a scaling up if you so choose. For endangered category, for heads, we have Asian elephants can't jump. So these are our high knees, opposite elbow comes to opposite knee. And again, we're going to do this each side, 10 on each side. For tails, we have the African painted wild dog. And this is going to be getting on our hands and knees. One leg, we're going to stay on one knee. One leg is going to come out to the side. We can play footsie with your partner if you're so choosing. And then we're arcing over on a rainbow. So we're going to be doing 5 on each side. So you can do 5 one side and then switch legs. Leg coming all the way out to the side and arcing over. This is a great glute exercise. You can probably feel that not just in the leg that you're swinging, not just the leg you're arcing, but a stabilizing glute as well. Next, we have critically endangered. We're getting, again, more desperate but in need of action. We have the Vaquita porpoise V-ups. So we're going to be laying on our backs, hands coming up overhead, and we're going to raise our legs and our hands to meet in the middle. We're going to be doing 10 total. If you need to modify, you can bend your knees if you need to. If you need to modify just a little bit more, you can raise one leg, one hand up at a time. So there you go, our Vaquita V-ups. And then another one of our favorites for tails in the critically endangered is going to be orangutan walks. So I'm going to be standing up at one edge of my mat. My hands are going to come down to the floor as far to the side as possible. Coming to the floor, I'm going to hop on over and then stand on up. Bring my hands back to the side, hop over, and stand up. Those are our orangutan crawls, orangutan walks. Two more sections, two more categories. Extinct in the wild. That is, we have the Panamanian golden frog. They're thought to be extinct in the wild. We're going to do Panamanian frog push-ups, working our quads quite a bit. Even though we call these push-ups, we're actually going to be working our quads quite a bit. We're going to start in what we call beast mode. So starting on all fours and then raising our knees slightly off of the ground. And then we're going to, again, bend our elbows like a push-up. We're going to be circling our back in a clockwise motion, bending those knees, swooping the ground. And again, 10 of those for the Panamanian golden frog push-ups. For tails, in this category, we have the Spix Macaw Flyaways. We're going to lay on our back, or lay on our stomachs. Hands come out to our side. You can, again, your loved one. And then we're going to raise our chest off of the ground. And as if we were flapping our wings, you can keep your hands still and still be working this. These are our Spix Macaws Flyaways. And then we finally have our last category, and that is extinct. We have 2 animals again. We have the stellar sea cow. We're going to be doing mermaid twists. These are related to manatees. So we're going to start in a L position. So I have one leg straight in front of me, curved at 90-degree angle. The other leg is to the side, curved at a 90-degree angle. So looking like from this angle, I'm going to be facing away. To do a mermaid twist, we're going to, you can lean back or sit up forward, whichever feels more comfortable for you. We're going to lift our furthest leg. We're going to start lifting that up and then twisting the other one to the inside. So I'm now in the exact opposite position as I started off. So my other leg is straight in front of me, curved to the side. The other one's straight to the side and curved behind. But then we're going to add that mermaid twist. So I'm going to place my hands to the side and twist around. This is going to be a nice stretching motion. It's going to feel really good. You don't have to go quite as slow as what I just explained. Do that nice rotation and then the twist for the mermaid twist. We're going to do 5 each side, 10 total when we roll this. And then finally, we have the Baiji river dolphin jumps. Once again, extinct in the wild. So our hands are going to stay at our side, our feet are together, and we're just going to jump into the air 10 times. And there you guys go. I'm warmed up, ready to get started. We've got a 20-minute timer, and we have 2 items. We have our die. So we have our green die and our our ZooFit coin. So we've got heads is the fox face, tails is our tail flukes. So we're going to roll we're going to throw both these at the same time. What's going to happen is that facing up, whatever's facing up, 4 tails. So we're going to do 10 every single time. We have 4 critically endangered orangutan walks. So how that's going to go, we're going to go as many of these exercises as possible in 20 minutes. 10 repetitions every time we roll. 10 repetitions of each exercise. How many can you get? And yeah, let's go have a little bit of fun learning about endangered species. Want more Wildlife Wednesday? Join the ZooFit tribe on Patreon, a fan-funded site where you receive bonus workouts along with other behind-the-scenes glimpses such as interviews, chapters from my upcoming book, and even connect with other ZooFitters. The link to Patreon is in the description down below. Now let's get started. All right, guys, I'm going to roll first. Have that board pretty handy for you while you are doing the workout so you can kind of constantly refer to what exercise you're going to be doing. I'm going to do our first roll. Chris is going to start the timer. We've got 3 heads of 3, so we're going to do the endangered Asian elephants. Can't jump 10 of those. Again, it's 10 on each side, or 10 for each side for these. Chris is going to be keeping count. So endangered is what we think of is Endangered Species Day. And what does that actually mean, though? It means that there's 70 to 80% of the populations or 50 to 70% of the populations are declined. Meaning there's, again, 50 to 70% less of those species than there should be in the wilds. That's Chris's roll. So we got near threatened white rhino charges. So getting in that plank position, starting with that again, as far as you can go. We're going to do 10 each side. Now there are 5 species of rhino. The Javan rhino is considered, Javan and Sumatran rhino are considered critically endangered. The greater one-horned rhino is considered vulnerable. And then white rhino, what we have here, is actually considered near threatened, meaning that their populations are okay, but it's not strong enough that they are not of a concern for scientists. My turn. I've got heads again. We've got extinct in the wild, number 5, of the Panamanian golden frog push-ups. My favorite. These are great exercises if you have bad knees and you want to strengthen your quads. Squats hurt, walking hurts. This is really great. So getting in that beast mode position, and then just circling. Again, I got Chris keeping count for me. Extinct in the wild means that there are no individuals of the species in their home range. But there are living individuals in zoos and in private collections. So they're not completely gone. at this point. We got 4 of heads. We got critically endangered Vaquita porpoise. Critically endangered, sounds a little bit stronger than regularly endangered. Laying on our backs and creating that V for the Vaquita porpoise V-ups. Critically endangered refers to the fact that 90% or more of the population has declined. That's insane. Can you imagine if the world lost 90% of the human population? That would be pretty drastic. That's how bad critically endangered is in the world. So we got most of the different sections. We have 6. I lost one, I think. We have 6 tails. We have extinct, totally extinct Baiji river dolphin jumps. That's just 10 of the jumps. Different than extinct in the wild. We're gonna do 10 jumps. Extinct means forever. Extinct means they are gone from this earth for good. So we have the 2 species on this list tragically gone from this earth forever because of human interactions. We got, was that tails? Same thing. We got the same thing. We got 10 more Baiji river dolphin jumps. The Baiji river dolphin was declared extinct, I believe, in 2012, when the last time that was ever recorded. And it was the first dolphin to be considered extinct due to human interactions, human conflict. We've got we've got extinct in the wild heads. Again, the Panamanian frog push-ups. If you're ever wondering, why do I have to roll the same exercise? The die, no. You cannot defeat, you cannot trick the die. It knows what you need. Now, we're not actually 100% certain that Panamanian golden frogs are extinct in the wild, but they have not been seen since around 2015, 2016. So they do believe it is extinct in the wild, but many zoos have these, are breeding them, and hope for a better future.
6 heads.
We've got 6 of heads. That's the extinct stellar sea cow. So we're going to do 10 stellar sea cows once again. In the order Sirenia, we're getting that L shape, twisting, and then rotating up. So the Sirenia got their name from the sirens, from the mythological mermaids, which is why we're doing mermaid twists. But the stellar sea cows themselves have a very tragic story. They were discovered by European settlers in 1741-ish. I want to say 1741. Less than 30 years later, after their discovery, these animals were hunted to extinction.
9.
There's 9. So we do not have any specimen of the stellar sea cow anywhere for us to study and learn a little bit more about, because they are gone from this earth forever. We've got near threatened tails, rhino charges once again. Now, near threatened means that their numbers are okay, but their scientists are still, there is a possibility and there is a likelihood that they could become vulnerable or even endangered unless we keep again a good count and do what we can to help protect not just the animals but their environment as well. So even though the rhino is not vulnerable, not endangered, doesn't mean they're completely in the clear. One tail is again. We got the white rhino charge again. And once again, if you'd like to, you can keep at this pace, or if you want to, again, up your cardio just a little bit, you can hop in place. All right. I'm trying to think if we've done any, if we've missed any of these. We'll get to them in any case. We've got extinct Baiji river dolphin jumps. Just 10. And go. So one thing we like to say in the conservation circles is extinction is forever. Endangered means we still have hope. So even though with the critically endangered animals, it does sound dire for them, we still do have hope as long as we act for them. We have endangered African's painted wild dogs. We're going to be doing our leg arcs on all fours. I'm going to do 5 on each side. Leg straight, it comes out to the side. I'm going to arc all the way over and back. 5. Now, endangered means that the number of population, as I said, is about 70. Thank you. My husband's keeping track. There's about 50 to 70% decline. And again, this is an area that scientists are concerned that is not a viable population if that trend continues. So we want to do what we can to help protect, once again, not just the species, but the environment that they live in. And we've got endangered Asian elephants standing up. Part of our workout is standing up and sitting back down. 10 on each side. It's a nice, easy going. If this is too easy for you, if you're looking for a little bit more of a cardio workout, you can always pick up the pace. But I'm going to stay nice and easy for my knees here today. And done. How much more time we got? Just checking for you guys. I don't know.
9 minutes.
Oh, 9 more minutes. We're more than halfway done, guys.
5, 10.
We have extinct in the wild Panamanian frog push-ups. Back on the floor. So, as I mentioned, many of these animals that are extinct in the wild are not completely hopeless. It is super dire. And we need to protect their environment. But being in zoos and being even in private collections, these animals can be brought to upward numbers to where they are critically endangered or just endangered, as long as they have a safe place to live. So again, right now they're in zoos. We've got critically endangered Vaquita porpoise V-ups. So laying flat on the ground, hands come up overhead, we're meeting in the middle. I want to talk about a critically endangered animal. There are only 10 Vaquita porpoise left in the world. 10. Period. That is it. That is all. So if any animal needs our help and our assistance, it would be an animal like the Vaquita porpoise. We've got extinct stellar sea cows again. A nice little reprieve, twisting all the way, and then rotating those legs and twisting. So, what can we do to help protect these animals? Well, guys, learning a little bit more, just attending, having some fun with this workout is actually one way you can help save them. The more that we know about these animals, the more that we can grow appreciation, concern, and inspire action. If you'd like to learn more about these animals, visit your local zoo, nature museum, or aquarium to find out, to actually help support conservation efforts and learn a little bit more about these animals in general, so that we don't have more animals that that end up in the fate of the Baiji River dolphin and the stellar sea cow. We got near threatened bison stampede. That is a 10 on each side. So near threatened means that they're not, their numbers are okay, but we still need to be conscientious of what they're doing. 10 each side, that goes super fast. And bison is actually one of the success stories. They used to be critically endangered, but now their numbers are up high enough that they are now considered near threatened. We got four tails, critically endangered orangutan walks. So we're going to start at the edge of the mat, laterally going forward, hands come to the outside of our legs, and we're going to, whoops, there goes my poster. Yep. So Bornean and Sumatran orangutans are considered critically endangered. There's about 14,000 of these orangutans left, but they have lost 80 to 90% of their populations due to poaching, but mostly to deforestation from palm oil plantations and other human activities. As we are encroaching on their land, their populations are going down. We got tails. We got 6 of tails. We've got the extinct Baiji River dolphin. 10 of these. And another thing for us to, again, learning a little bit more, 5 more minutes. Learning more about these animals inspires us. ZooFit is all about making these small, sustainable actions for us that can also have a great impact on the environment. So do what we can. We've got 3 endangered, 2 ICT. We have vulnerable, I don't think we've had these yet. We have vulnerable hippo lunges. So vulnerable is the level below near threatened. So I'm going to be doing my reverse lunge. You can do a forward lunge if that works better for you. We're going to lunge back and drive that knee up. We're doing 10 total. So vulnerable means that their populations are starting to again creep up. Population decline is starting to creep down. About 30 to 50% decline, noticeable for a scientist to determine that these are vulnerable animals to being endangered or even becoming extinct. Paying attention to these. Some of these animals used to be endangered, but then they've been classified because their numbers are getting up higher. They are now classified as simply vulnerable. We've got 2 heads. 2 heads are better than 1. We got panda rolls, 10 panda rolls, and this is one of those examples. Pandas used to be critically endangered. They are now considered vulnerable. Sitting on down, rolling, and then getting right to those feet, bringing our butt up off the ground. Now, this is a huge effort from the Chinese government and zoos in general of raising awareness of pandas and ways that we are impacting their populations, impacting their environment, so we can change our habits and save a species. So they can be considered something of a success. That's yours. Something of a success story. Not in the clear yet, because they are still vulnerable, but definitely better than than they were in the past. What was it? 2 tails? 3 tails. 3 tails. We've got endangered African painted wild dogs on all fours. Our legs out to the front, out to the side. I'm going to arc again 5 times each side. And again, you're going to feel this in both glutes. The one that you are moving in that rainbow arc. And then the other, actually, the one that is stabilizing your body too, keeping stabilized. So on this special Endangered Species Week, we're highlighting a lot of animals that need our attention. Learning a little bit more about them, learning ways that we can help make their world and ours a little bit better. Already got four of, we've got critically endangered Vaquita porpoise V-ups. So what can we do about vaquitas? There's only 10 left. What we buy and what we eat matters. So eating sustainably sourced seafood, making sure that the food that we eat is brought to us, brought to our table in a sustainable manner. There's actually one thing we can do to help make sure that the Vaquita porpoise doesn't disappear from this earth forever.
6 tails.
We've got 6 Baiji river dolphin jumps.
1 minute.
And we got 1 minute left. We've got this. Let's see how many we can get done, guys. We got 3 heads. Endangered Asian elephants can't jump. Let's do it. 10 on each side, guys. Let's the dino. We're in a hurry. Let's get some quick actions in here. Asian elephants, another animal that simple little actions can make a big impact by reading ingredients. What is that?
2 heads.
2 heads are better than 1. Reading our ingredients, eating food that's healthier for us can also be better for the planet and for our favorite species. So as we finish up with our favorite endangered species workout and our favorite endangered species exercise. Yeah, how many more?
I think this is 10.
This is 10. Let's do one more. Heroes do more. And there you guys go. All right, we didn't get to the Spix, Macaw, Flyaways. One fun fact is that movie, I don't remember what year it came out, but the movie Rio was about Spix macaws. Yeah, the last Spix macaw, last wild Spix macaw. These are extinct in the wild. There are 97 left on the planet, found in zoos, mostly in Qatar, but zoos around the world. Again, looking for ways that we can bring them back to their natural environment. So there you guys have it. Our fate of endangered species. Tell me what you thought. What was your favorite endangered species? What did you learn today? And what are some ways that you can make your life a little bit better and make the world a little bit brighter? Let me know in the comments down below. Keep it up. That's like you. I will see you all next time.